21 must-have cryptocurrencies. I'm going to give you 21 must-have cryptocurrencies for this coming bull run that you will regret not buying sooner, and we're starting right now. Hey, welcome back. My name is Paul, and today I'm going to give you 21 cryptocurrencies, 21 must-have cryptocurrencies you will regret not buying sooner, so make sure you watch till the end of this video. You're not going to want to miss this list. Now, before we start talking about lists, this list is very unique for two reasons. Number one, it's extremely long. 21 coins is a lot to cover. It will be a very long video. That's why this video is actually split into two parts. And right now you're watching part 2 of this cryptocurrency list, of this must-have cryptocurrency list. So at the end of this video, I'll have part 1 pop up on the screen here for you, but also I'm going to leave it linked down below in case you want to go check it out at a later date. The number 2 important thing and unique thing about this list is that this cryptocurrency list actually acts as a crypto portfolio for the upcoming bull market. Meaning, if I were to personally get into cryptocurrency right now, this is the portfolio I'd be going with the current narratives, price action, and what I see in the crypto markets. So this list can actually be used as your crypto portfolio for this bull market, or it can actually be used as a checklist to make sure you have all these cryptocurrencies. Dia's right there. He likes Dogecoin. There's some dogs barking outside. Want to see Diaz protect me? That means protect, by the way. All right, with that out the way, let's get... All right, now with that out the way, let's get started. So number 1, we have Fetch.ai. Why Fetch.ai? Well, it's very simple. It's an AI play, and it's considered one of the blue chips when it comes to AI in cryptocurrency. See, we had an AI run. We called the AI run before it happened, but the narrative is still there, and we should get another run with AI once news comes out, once more cryptocurrencies get involved in AI, and that will set a great narrative for the next bull market. I mean, AI is hot, news is coming out all the time, and projects are going to use AI and implement AI, or should I say, pretend to implement AI, because a lot of projects are not ready yet, but it is going to be a narrative for cryptocurrency. Now, if we look at the AI price right here, you will see that we bottomed out here at about 21 cents. We're currently at around 22 cents. We did reject this level right here, which makes sense because this right here is resistance. But as you can see, we might form a cup and handle, then continue going up. Obviously, I can't move outside the screen here. Anyway, that's what I'm anticipating. Once that handle breaks, or once that cup breaks, we do have a potential upside. We do have some resistance along the way, but that shouldn't be a problem. And if we go to the yearly right here, you can actually see the potential right here for 55 cents, or at the very least 34 cents, which is a pretty good profit margin. And if we go to all, you can see that Fetch.ai almost reached $1. And in my opinion, we're going to break this dollar. Right now, I just see also a big cup and handle right here, which I didn't notice before. So we have a second resistance right here, 56 cents, which I said before. If that breaks, we should challenge all-time highs. If that breaks, blue sky breakout, meaning there's no resistance and we don't know where this is gonna go. So if in a perfect world, we can see a $2 or $3 Fetch.ai token. Let's see if that plays out. Next up, we have SingularityNET or AJAX. Now, SingularityNET is the actual blue chip of AI when it comes to cryptocurrency. So if Fetch.ai was Ethereum, Singularity would be Bitcoin. Of course, in this case, these things can change, but just for reference. I'm just giving you reference. Now, I started watching SingularityNET when it first came out, but in the previous bull market, I stated that it wasn't its time yet. But before this bull market started, I said that SingularityNET will do very, very well. And if you're wondering if I believe this bull market started, yes, I called 15.6 as the lows before we even got there, and I do believe we're in the bull market. We're just going up slowly. I mean, if you still don't think we're in the bull market, I don't know what to tell you. It's up. The trend is up. So let's go look at the price right here for SingularityNET. Let's just go to the 7-day. We can see it broke this resistance range right here. Now we might come back down to test that support. Let's go to the monthly. Generally speaking, this is an inverse, well, no, it's not an inverse heads and shoulders, but you can see this resistance line right here. We're going to go up to meet this line right here. Now, we've been rejected by here a few times, but the more you hit a certain resistance or support, by the way, the weaker it gets. So we should be able to break this next time, especially if we align it with a coming bull market. Let's go to all here, and you can see we have these spikes up to the 54-cent range. Now, are we going to break this? I don't know. Here's how I would play it. We're at 18 cents right here. I would be taking profits around 44 cents. If this broke up, we'd probably come back and make it support. We would also have a great upside potential here. So I would start taking profits, but keep a bag in case of breakout. Next up, we have Centraland or Sand. Take your pick. It doesn't matter. But basically, when Meta starts coming back, when the metaverse narrative starts coming back, these two cryptocurrencies are going to pump first. Also, they went down so much, it's really not worth getting into other metaverse projects that much anyway, in my opinion, because these are so low, they've lost so much from the all-time highs. These should be your first picks when getting into metaverse gaming tokens. Now, here's something that no one's really talking about. When the metaverse narrative comes back, companies are going to start getting involved in metaverse. We know that. Everyone says that. But you have to understand that when this happens, companies are going to have no choice but to also follow competitors to get into the space. Let me explain what I mean. If you have Nike, for example, getting into the space, Under Armour, whatever, other companies like Adidas are going to have to also join, whether they think it's a good idea or not. Why? Because they did it. And they can't risk losing market share or publicity because of this. So they're going to follow as well. Now, at the same time, press releases will be made, news releases will be made, so hype is going to be going up. Now, these companies don't care if they're right or wrong. They just need to do what their competitive or their competition is doing. So otherwise, they could get fired. Their marketing director would get fired if he doesn't follow through, if he doesn't set a budget aside, and millions of dollars will go in. And then you're going to have Centraland versus Sand. Which one's going to win? Meaning that most companies are going to get into both of them. So either pick is a great pick for you. Now, I was holding both until quite recently, but I did sell my Sand. I got out of my Sand position for now because I wanted to get into more Bitcoin. But I'm planning on taking profits into Bitcoin and replacing my bag of Sand very soon. So let's look at Centraland. So here we are on the daily. Yes, that is bullish. Let's go to the weekly. And we do see this resistance level around this range right here, which is 30 to 32 cents. Let's see if we break that. Let's go to the monthly, and you can see it more clearly right here, the 30-cent range. If we break 30 cents, we shouldn't have too much resistance after that. Let's go to the yearly. There you go. This is an inverse heads and shoulders down here that you can see, so we should go up. And if we break this neckline as well, which is 37 cents, we can do very well. Go to all, and you can see this potential, $5.2 from 30 cents. This is a great risk-reward play. Of course, we might not get up all this way, so maybe you want to take profits around the $2 to $2.8 mark and leave your bag run for more and see how it responds at this all-time highs right here. Next up, we have Hedera Hashgraph or H-bar, and this is an important play for me because it can give you massive profits, but it might not do anything at all. But its partnerships and everything it's doing in the space, plus its price action, looks very promising. A lot of people are bullish on H-bar, and I think more and more people are going to FOMO into these type of cryptocurrencies. Now again, full transparency, I recently got out of my H-bar just to get into more Bitcoin, but I'm planning to do the same thing I did with Sand and get back into it. Price action wise, we have this resistance level around 50 to 53 cents over here, and basically if we can get above that, we should be able to easily get to the 60-65 cents range. Break that, and we can actually go all the way up to 48 cents. Break that, we have blue sky breakout, meaning gains are unlimited. We don't know where it will stop. Is this possible? Yes, it is possible. Is it probable? I'm not sure right now. I have to see more of price action and see how this cryptocurrency performs a little bit later once the bull market is more in play. But I would get in right now, start taking profits around 21 cents, which are great profits, by the way, and maybe also at around the 33 cents mark. So profit taken right there. If we break this, we should make it support again, and then we can see if we're going to retest these all-time highs, and we'll see it when the time comes. So great cryptocurrency for you to be holding in your bag, if you will, or crypto portfolio. Now, real quick before we go on, you have to understand that this crypto portfolio is kind of a venture capitalist approach. Some of these cryptocurrencies may do great, a lot of them might not do anything or not do or perform as we are saying. That's okay, because the ones that do should outperform the rest, giving you those massive gains. So just keep that in mind. It's extremely important. Not all these picks will make it. If they do, I deserve a cookie. I like cookies. Next up, we have a DeFi play, and I talked about this for a while because I said that the next narrative may be AI with DeFi, but we have a DeFi play, and that is Compound. And I've been talking about Compound for a while, and if we look at Compound, its price action is pretty phenomenal. So here we are on the daily. Compound begging to break out. All it needs is a bull market or a confirmed bull market. If we go to the weekly right here, you will see that it's pretty much at the top right here of recent all-time highs. Go to the monthly, and you can see it a little bit better. We're all the way up here. It wants to break out. It wants to keep on going up. And if it does, let's go to all. The potential for an $850 compound is there. It is there. There's not much resistance all the way up here. Sure, you have some resistance points right here, for example, and right here at the 500 and 400 level. I would even argue that Compound may have a place in the top 20 for this bull run. A lot of cryptocurrencies don't come back and don't make the top 20, but Compound, I think, has a chance to at least touch the top 20 list, at least briefly. Next up, we have Aave, another DeFi play when it comes to this bull market, this upcoming bull market. And if we look at Aave right here, you will see it wants to follow and do what Compound did. Let's go to the 7-day right here. You can see it right here. It broke out and it was basically doing a Compound movement. So it's good to hold as well. If we go to the monthly right here, you can see it actually made this high over here support. It's probably going to retest it or maybe even go up from here depending on what the market does. Go to the yearly and you can actually see it has great potential. If it breaks $81 right here and then $96, you can actually see it go all the way up to $533 to $629. Will it break this? I don't know. Maybe Compound doesn't either, but the potential for profits are massive. For a 10x, it should be in the cards right here. Next up, we have Uniswap, a decentralized exchange or a DEX, and this is really important since centralized exchanges, SEXs, are getting attacked left and right. Now, you may argue that DEXs are also getting attacked or will get attacked, but the truth is, if you like DeFi, if you like decentralized finance, DEXs are an important part of it. I mean, you can't really have decentralized finance without decentralized exchanges. I don't think it would work. Hey, Paul here real quick. This video you're watching is not sponsored, so I guess it's sponsored by me. So if you want to work with me one-on-one or check out my courses, they're actually linked down below this video, where you can also find some valuable free webinars just for you. Please like this video and let's get back to the video you were watching. Now, even though DEXs are getting attacked and we don't know what's going to happen in the future, the truth is it has to be part of our portfolio. I mean, the gain potentials are there and they have proof of concept, and I don't think they're going to get banned everywhere in the world. So you could still use a DEX with a VPN, which I don't suggest, by the way, and we can talk about that in another video, but you can still use a DEX, or people can use DEXs for their transactions. And with recent wins of Uniswap, which people forgot to mention, I think Uniswap is going to be one of those DEXs. So here we are on a daily. It wants to break out. Let's go to the weekly. You can see right here that it's doing very well. Let's see if it holds this support, if it makes this resistance support. Let's go to the monthly here, and you can see it's doing very, very well. If it can actually break out over this $4.50 mark, it should have unlimited upside potential. Let's have a look, at least all the way to 5.7, then 6.6. Then we'll see if it breaks resistance area right here, and the potential for a $42 Uniswap is in play. Now, will it get all the way up here? Will it break this and do blue sky breakout? We don't know. I can't answer that question, but I do see it hitting around $17 to $20 here, possibly a little bit more, making it a very good play. Talking about DEXs, Uniswap is the #1 DEX, or the official DEX, if you will, industry standard for Ethereum. But what about Binance? What about Binance Smart Chain? I mean, BSC is the closest competitor when it comes to launching projects of Ethereum. So what do we do there? Well, there we have PancakeSwap. And I've been talking about PancakeSwap since the beginning, and I've been in it and staking since the beginning. And right now you can see it really wants to break on the daily. Let's see the weekly real quick. It already broke out. It already confirmed it wants the continuation, and we do have some upside. Now, we do need to break this resistance area of of $1 to about $1.2 right here. And as you can see, it's breaking out. And if we can get above this resistance right here, 1.2, we should be able to go up pretty easily. Go to the yearly right here. We have potential upside, amazing upside, all the way to 3.1. And if you go to all, you can see its full potential here. It did reach $42, which is pretty much the same level as Uniswap. But again, I'm going to argue that taking profits right here at the $17 to $20 mark would be the best thing you can do. I'm telling you this right now. If Uniswap does well, PancakeSwap should do very well. Coffee break. Freddo Espresso, in case you're wondering. Next up, we have a gaming token. Now, I did mention gaming tokens in our last video, part 1 of this list, but this gaming token is a little bit different. Because what it does, it provides the infrastructure or the way to get into Web3 gaming for projects. Kind of like what the Graph does for AI or Link as an Oracle does for Ethereum. Well, Altura does kind of like the same thing. A little different, but it's the closest examples I could think of right now. So if we go to the daily here, you can see it reject over here, but it does want to go up. Let's see what it does. But if you go to the weekly, you can actually see it wants to retest this resistance over here. And if you go to the monthly, you can actually see a massive cup and handle here. And if it breaks this level right here of 32 cents, we should have quite a bit of upside depending on where we are in this bull market. Go to the yearly real quick. We're not too far away from recent all-time highs, and if you go to all, you can see its potential here of 36 cents or 43 cents. At 3 cents right now, that is a massive amount of profits, and you don't see much resistance on the way here. Now, will it break out and do a blue sky breakout? I don't know, too early to tell. I would be taking profits around this level right here, 22 cents, if not earlier, at around 12 cents. But that's just me. I would definitely keep a bag in position for if it goes higher. Next up, we have Ripple. No, not Ripple, not XRP. I'm talking about Rocket Pool, RPL. Will I mention XRP on this list? I don't know, you're gonna have to wait for that, but let's dive into Rocket Pool real quick. So basically, Rocket Pool is a decentralized Ethereum staking pool, but it rewards its users, it rewards its holders, and you can actually stake ETH with a lot less ETH. You don't need that 32 ETH, for example, to be able to stake. Now, there are 2 of these cryptocurrencies that I know of that do this use case. There's Rocket Pool and there's Lido, but I personally hold Rocket Pool. Now, Rocket Pool is sitting at $22 right here, but let's go to the weekly, of course, and you can see it wants to break this resistance. It has rejected. I believe it will inevitably break this resistance, and if we go to the monthly here, you can see there's really not much resistance over here. So let's go to all, and you can see its potential. Its all-time highs was around $60. I do believe that it can break the $60 here, maybe go to $80 or $90, but even if it just goes up here again, a 3 or 4x in Rocket Pool is pretty cool. It's sitting at support right now at previous resistance over here and here, so I think it's a good buy. It's a good time to buy Rocket Pool, in my opinion. And this all gives you a nice diverse crypto portfolio, by the way. I have a few more to talk about, a few more cryptocurrencies to talk about in this video, in this list. But so far you can see how your portfolio is shaping up. Especially if you watch part 1 of this video, you can see that your portfolio is pretty balanced. It goes into all categories, high cap, mid caps, low cap, and gives you a great venture capitalist approach to cryptocurrency at this time, which is the best thing you can do at this time if you are getting into crypto. Next up, we have XRP. Yes, the XRP army is rejoicing! Okay, maybe it's a bit overblown right there. Listen, I've said this over and over again. I don't think XRP is going to go to 10,000, 25,000 or anything like that, or 589, or what most of the XRP army and Moon Boys are talking about. But XRP is and can give you very good gains. And if it breaks resistance areas and its all-time highs, I can actually see a $4 to $7 XRP, which is actually great profit. So we're seeing XRP on the weekly right now trying to break this 51 cents range. This range over here around the 50 cents mark needs to be broken. And what XRP needs to do, it needs to break the 50 cent range. What I'm talking about is right here, 55 cents. So the 50 to 55 cents, it needs to break that and then also break the 63 to 65 cents range here. After that, it's got resistance at 83 cents. I do believe it's going to break this inevitably at some point, and if it does, we're looking at all-time highs of $3.1. Well, actually, I remember it was 3.8, but let's see. Well, it depends on the exchange you're on. You really don't have much resistance. I mean, yeah, sure, $1.3 to $1.6 might be a bit of a resistance, but I think if it breaks above this, it's inevitably going to challenge all-time highs and then probably have blue sky breakout, which means a $4 to $7 XRP is in play. All right, look, this crypto list or potential crypto portfolio is not complete without part 1 of this video. So make sure you watch this video right here. You don't want to miss it. It's extremely important. Or check out this video down here next. Don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.